I'll be reacting to World End Harem episode 4. I'll be reacting to its uncensored version. But for those of you wondering, I'm still going to give Crunchyroll a review on their website once I'm done reacting to the episode. I'm just going to give them a dislike because I do pay for their streaming service, and I don't like the fact that they've used their licensing money, well, the limited funds, to get an anime that's clearly is the GIMP version of what's being shown to the paying customers, and that sincerely pisses me the fuck off. So that's why I'll still give them a view regardless, but I'll let them know my dissatisfaction with the whole thing in general. But without further delay, I will be starting my reaction to the episode in 1, 0, and go. Oh yeah, I'm pumped up for this. Woo! Damn, talk about massive amounts of thirst. It's his. Uh-huh. I admit though, she looks pretty good with this shirt on though, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he'd mind one bit. For him it'd be his pleasure, actually. Damn, you can definitely tell before he was put to sleep for all those years, you can tell that all the bruises are pretty rough looking. Either that or hickeys, but I'm going to assume they're more bruises. Yeesh. Damn, man, he really took down some beatdowns. Like, you can tell just by all the bruises on his body. Unfortunately, in life, well, there ain't no such thing as forever, so the only thing you can really do is just appreciate the beautiful moments that are right in front of you. Okay, then. Now, this is the sweet, beautiful stuff I love to see. Oh, man. With the amount of times these two have been doing it, I would be damn shocked if she didn't become pregnant at this point. Although, in saying that, the way Shota was saying that kind of sounds like a red flag. It sounds as if something bad's going to happen. I hope not, though, because I like him. I like her boy. I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but that does not seem like anything positive is going to happen at all. But you know what? I hope I'm just being a paranoid little fuck, and everything will turn out fine, because I really do like his relationship with the sensei. But in saying that, I could feel maybe the sensei might have some kind of like inferiority complex, and for all I know, she can maybe feel like she isn't worthy of being the mating partner of her boy, and maybe she's gonna step away, or maybe it's just the age gap that's getting to her, and she's gonna want to just move away from the relationship. I mean, there could be a variety of factors going into this too, for all I know. And then we see him alongside a girl that isn't our sensei either. So all in all, this opening is definitely implying a lot of things are going to be going on in the series. But anyone else, I could be completely wrong though on the whole thing. Woo, boy! Of course! But we all know it's way more than just that. Hey, I'm not going to blame him for his interest in older ladies at all. A little. I would imagine that she gave Yuzu Sensei a big ass freaking push. If you ask me, anyway. Wait, honestly, who wouldn't like swimming? And he's gonna get a perfect view too. The view that most culture men would only dream of seeing in their lives. Oh, I mean, I don't think he's being too self-conscious though, because just imagine you went from like people in school absolutely detesting you to now everyone going gaga all over you. Shota being self-conscious actually isn't unrealistic if you really break it down that way. At least that's how I perceive the situation anyway. Yo, it sounds like he's slowly falling for some. He could potentially be falling for these ladies. Yo, I gotta admit, I like that girl's swagger. Hmm. She's got a point there. I mean, she did it on purpose, though, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't think Shota would look at her in any negative way either, if you ask me. I don't think you should be making any crazy promises, though. That's pretty. Why would she do? She deserves to be living like that. Hey, that girl deserved it. I mean, what she did was completely uncalled for. So I'll rescue her though. She'll be fine. This little bit. Oh man, that's fucking adorable. But I like this. At least they're establishing some of the base personality traits of some of the other girls. Because at the very least, it's making them a little bit more memorable. Oh. So I guess Shota has a preference for not just old ladies, but also blondies too, from the looks of that. Hmm. Or who knows? Maybe Yuzo Sensei doesn't want to just hoard Shota to herself, and maybe she believes for the sake of humanity, you should be around with multiple women too. I mean, that's the only thing I'm guessing. Because the sense, some of the actions that the sensei's doing is pretty fishy. Uh huh. Sure. Sure. Yo, this was like the ultimate wing lady. My goodness. I fucking love that girl. She ain't wrong, actually. In his face. Oh man, it makes a scene for me. I fucking love this. Eliza, don't get Masaimas. I mean, the way she says it in her Robotone is just so fucking cute. I mean, shit. I mean, the thing is, though, if it was going to be Yuzu Sensei, it was going to be in someone's room, though. With all these ladies, it's only natural that he was going to be potentially sexually attracted to any of these ladies. So I don't blame him at all for what's happening. Because unlike the situation with our boy. Oh. with the boy in episode 1, his situation is different. Like I highly doubt that she would be unable to change herself, though. I'm just saying. I think she's just doing some A-grade Oscar acting, like straight up. I highly doubt that she can dress herself. She's just doing this because no, I don't think even if she wouldn't have been able to do it, she's not a filler at all. But no, okay, and you know what? I take that back. It does legitimately look like she actually can dress, but the way she's getting embarrassed because she doesn't look confident in this instant. She legitimately does look nervous. Okay, I take that back. I guess their life really was that sheltered then. I mean, yeah, he can look. I mean, I'm not gonna blame him for being nervous, but he is allowed to look because I wonder if she came from a rough upbringing with that scar. But if there's anything he can do, he can look because she, in a way, kind of invited him to look. Whoa. Oh, man. I love how she can just touch on the buttons of her voice so freaking easily, too. That's fucking adorable. Huh. Boy, that's actually King Kana's some nice character development for Shota here, too. Because at least now he's getting adapted to being around the opposite sex a lot more common now. I just hope for her sake her parents aren't abusive at all, though. She is. Yeah, and the way she's talking, too. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm thinking that she probably believes that it's important for Shota to also mate with other women because as this. Hey, I'm glad he's actually asking the major questions because he does bring up a good point. Because from his perspective, yeah, a lot of these ladies only like him because he's one of the few men in the world and not because of his personality himself. I love how this series is bringing this up. And this is something that I'm glad they're bringing up now. Whoa! Okay, what type of sheltered life does he have? Holy shit. I mean, not that I have an issue with, I'm just, holy cow. But I'm liking how they're bringing this up with Shota and not Reita because it makes sense why Reita wouldn't have these issues because with Reita, he already knows that his own lady loved him. But Shota was never in this situation. So that's why I like him as a main character. Because he can put Shota. Oh. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I mean, that's kind of sad, but so that's fuck. She's not a bad woman at all, though. I'm not going to blame her for having that perspective. I mean, okay, now that she mentions it that way, now I could see why she'd gravitate towards someone like Shota. Especially considering the alternate that she was going to be given. And I kind of like this because at least now the perspective of these two is actually pretty dang reasonable too. In regards to, yeah, now I completely understand as to why they both love their current circumstances more than the previous ones. Yeah, boy! I mean, I'm not going to blame him for doing that, though, because at least now we know that they actually did it. And if we would have seen him put his nacho inside of her cheese dip, then the series would have straight up became a hentai at that point. But it kind of makes me wonder, though, why didn't they just make this into an H anime, though? I think this would have been absolutely amazing as one. I kind of feel like the Russian things regarding Reitzo because it's like we haven't even really been seeing him go around doing research. At least not yet, anyway. But at least we're getting to see some of the side effects of him revealing himself to the world, though. So I do like how there's consequence at the very least. Well, yeah, I mean, she could be taken in for as a hostage or a bargaining chip or anything like that. I could see why she'd have a lot of concerns. I wonder if she's starting to feel something for Reitzo. I mean, with the way her fingers twitched, definitely feels like some magic could be happening between those two. Eventually. Ah. Okay, now she's actually doing that on purpose. Smooth! Yeah! But the thing is, though, she's going to have to do it eventually, though. Kind of wish I showed off a little bit more of, because we have a good. I mean, it actually is kind of cute. I kind of wish we would have seen more of Hino, though, because at least when it comes to Reitzo and Shoto, we have a good grasp of how they are personality-wise. Yo, why would it be touching my... Oh, okay then. You don't see that every day where someone just randomly touches someone's nuts like another man touches someone else's nuts like that. Oh, this series. Okay, now I can see where Yuzu's going with this. She would probably love to have. The thing is, in this situation, it's probably better if she said it herself. But my guess is Yuzu wants. She wants Shoto for himself, but she knows she's never going to have it. So that's my guess to why she was tearing up like that. Yeah, he's got a point there. And it's like I'm liking this about Chu. I love when it comes to Shoto, they took their time making him slowly realize all this over the span of 2 episodes. I like how she's withholding the truth there. Because Lee shows us that there's more to her than meets the. Whoa! Yo, our guy's a sharp tool in the shed here. Could also explain some of the bruising he has in his body too, potentially. Mm-hmm. Okay, whoa. Oh man. Oh, but I'm not gonna blame her for not wanting to really answer all of his questions because she does have a job too to get things flowing along smoothly. Well, yeah, at least you should have made it straight up. Better late than never. Ooh, and that's a scary thing too. Yeah, but you could say none of them truly love him for who he is, though. That may be the case, but it's like he's set up in this situation because, well, I know they mentioned it that way, but that's kind of sad too because if he has a child, he's not going to be able to raise every single child personally, though. So it's like you make a child in the world, but just imagine you won't be able to raise all of them, just a small amount, because it'd be. Man, that's gonna probably make the situation worse though, because Shota's self confidence before waking up wasn't really that sky high to begin with, or who knows? Maybe he might take it the positive way. Well, that's pretty rushed. I mean, Sumira seems like a great attendant, if you ask me. Uh, don't get me wrong. This episode was damn good. I'm gonna give this episode an 8 out of 10. I really liked it a lot. It's just making me feel worried though because they're mentioning now Mira isn't a good attendant, but I'm like, well, so far Mira doesn't seem like she's been doing a bad job being an attendant. If you ask me, seems to me that she's doing a decent job to say the least. So that's the only thing I feel about this series is rushed. I would have loved to have seen maybe a few more things in between when it comes to Reita because I would have loved a transition scene of his sister just disappearing because one moment we get Reita announced to the world that he's a male and all that. Then when we see him again, the status quo in his situation's changed because his sister's gone. They're thinking of replacing Suomira as his attendant. I'm like, whoa, like all this shit's happening with no build up. Don't get me wrong, everything involving Shota in this episode was great. I love the dude. He's awesome. And I like Reitzo. I have nothing against Reitzo. I think he's a pretty swell character too. But holy shit, this series needs to slow down a little bit. Just slow it down. I'm like, jeez. Because the first two episodes didn't feel rushed. This one is probably the first one I could say it felt a bit rushed, if you asked me. Other than that, it was still a good episode overall. I do like how you do have Shota having like the first, like the realization that, yeah, there are probably other men in the world, and he's not the only one in the situation. I love how Shota was, at the very least, perceptive of the situation because the episode did a really damn good job of showing off his intelligence, especially when he was self-aware, when he was like, do these people actually legitimately like me? That's something I really like because at the very least, it makes him more than just a character that's just there just to make him fuck. So I thought that was a positive towards Shota. And here's another thing I also really liked about this episode, too, from a character standpoint. I do like how it's showing you that Yuzu does have a lot of pressure to deal with, too, when it comes to the whole Shota situation. I thought that was nice. It adds, again, a little bit more emotional stakes to the episode. And something else that I'm also really digging about this episode was anything involving Ichinose. I thought she was pretty funny, especially given the fact that she was saying, like, for the most part, when she was saying that she couldn't put things on, it was mostly true. Except for that little bit where straight up in this episode, when it came to like certain things, she actually knew how to do that. I love that. It gives the episode a nice little bit of cheekiness, but in a good way. So that's why I thought the character running this episode was nice. It had enough spice. But at the same time, there were some weaknesses that I can't ignore, though. For example, I didn't like the fact that when it comes to Hino, it feels like him and Rieta have like some good repertoire with each other. But they pretty much rushed his stuff because it's like, you can tell Rieta and Hino have talked to each other for quite a bit, but they've pretty much skipped every sense of potential characterization from him. He doesn't feel as well built as Reita or Shota. So that's, again, one of the issues I'm feeling with the episode. And that's why, even though this episode did well from a character standpoint, there were some inherent weaknesses that I couldn't just ignore. So that's why I can't give this episode anything higher than an 8 out of 10. But still, though, for it to be an 8 out of 10, it was still damn good, though. And that's the overall, the visuals, why it wasn't super pretty. It wasn't ugly. It got the job done. Thought the voice acting was actually pretty damn freaking good, too. And that's why, overall, if I had to rate the episode straight up, gotta go with an 8 out of 10. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would really love to hear your thoughts and how you feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more, because I am definitely going to be reacting to episode 5 whenever it does release. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video. Have a great, fun, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.